Okay. Äh, okay. Psst. Mal kurz abwarten. Warten. Aktuell passt alles, wie es scheint. Ja, ich weiß, große Überraschung, dieses Mal streamt nicht Stella. Wir wissen, Stella ist etwas verhindert. Also werde ich das erstmal für sie übernehmen. Ähm, Wir warten noch einen kurzen kleinen Moment. Und ich weiß, das ist nicht Schillers Art. Ich habe Stella nur nach dem Stream-Key gefragt. Den Titel und Thumbnail müsste sie dann anpassen, wenn sie die Nachricht liest. Wir warten noch einen kleinen Moment. Ah, sehr schön. Also sie hat schon mal den Titel angepasst. Beim Thumbnail kann ich es gerade nicht sagen, ob sie es angepasst hat. Ja, hat sie auch. Sehr schön. Vielen Dank an Stella. Also wie gesagt, das wird wahrscheinlich ungewohnt sein für euch Leute. Normalerweise bin ich einfach nur der Idiot, der nebenbei rumhängt. Aber das soll uns nicht aufhalten, ein bisschen Spaß zu haben. Also, heutige Mission ist es, erstmal Sucrose zu bilden, weil sie rennt immer noch mit Gladiator 4-Piece rum. Bei der Waffe kann ich jetzt nicht unbedingt sehr viel machen, weil Animo Damage fehlt auf jeden Fall. Und ein bisschen mehr IM könnte sie vertragen. Ich konnte immer mal kurz die Lautstärke vom Spiel anpassen. Ah, stimmt, erstmal den Chat aufs zweiten Bildschirm ziehen, ne? Ach, der gute alte Marvin. Wie jetzt ihr altes Haus? Stimmt, ihr könntet ja noch Musik im Hintergrund vertragen, ein bisschen. Hoffe einfach mal nicht, dass es so laut ist. Hoffe einfach mal nicht, dass es so laut ist. Mhm. Stella hatte vor 1 oder 2 Tagen einen Beitrag gepostet, damit sie sich zurzeit nicht wirklich gut fühlt. Stella hatte vor 1 oder 2 Tagen. Und deswegen werde ich erstmal für 1, 2 Tage das Streaming für sie übernehmen. Normalerweise bin ich die ganze Zeit der Idiot, der immer nebenbei im Hintergrund rumhängt. Sekunde, ich muss mal schauen, wie die mit der Musik ist. Weil für mich ist es gerade immer noch ziemlich laut. Das scheint zu leise zu sein. Sekunde, ich ziehe das mal kurz raus. Ähm, ja, auf jeden Fall. Ich wollte immer noch den Ton anpassen. Meine Güte. So. Also wie gesagt, unsere erste Mission ist erstmal ein bisschen Sucrose zu bilden. Checke. So. Da ist die Musik für mich viel zu laut. Sekunde, muss ich für mich selber einfach kurz ein bisschen runterdrehen. Ich hoffe, jetzt ist etwas besser. Muss es halt alles für mich noch anpassen. Wir warten erstmal auf die Antwort. Bist du vielleicht? Du bist Stella. Das ist aber nicht die Game-Musik. Ist jetzt besser? Mensch. Nie kann man irgendwas recht machen. Was soll der Scheiß? Okay, alles klar. Ich streame halt nicht wirklich auch für andere. Ist vielleicht jetzt das 3. Mal.
Und es tut mir aufrichtig leid, wenn ich nicht wirklich gesprächig bin.
Aber wie gesagt, unser aktuelles Ziel ist es erstmal jetzt Sucrose zu bilden. So von den Artefakten her. Weil Stellas Genshin Account ist ein ziemlicher Wirrwarr, wenn es um Characters geht. Oh, verdammt. Könnt ihr mal aufhören, Schaden zu machen? Okay, die können nicht aufhören, Schaden zu machen. Okay. Das ist der andere Grund, warum man auf jeden Fall die Characters erstmal bilden müsste. Mit Level 90er Domains wird's nichts, also müssen wir erstmal mit etwas niedrigeren anfangen. Ja.
Komm schon, Statue, heil mich. Bitte, Heilung und so. Danke.
Alles klar. Nächster Versuch. Da müssen wir uns erstmal beimachen, um die Characters aufzuleveln. Schingschuh können wir aufleveln auf jeden Fall. Bennett sowieso. Der braucht die Pyroretis Wein. Alles klar. Dann wollen wir mal. Dann machen wir jetzt mal noch nicht den Character Building Part. Eine Kabel fliegt die ganze Zeit immer vor der Kamera. Dann kümmern wir uns erstmal darum, damit die Charakter auf mindestens Level 80 kommen. Nicht genug Mora. Was ist denn das für Müll? Okay, das kann ich auch nicht machen. Heißt, wir möchten jetzt mal... Oder gibt es irgendwo ein Sumero oder so? Was? Nee. Da muss ich ja dahin laufen. Ist ja nervig. Aua, nicht hauen. Okay, die hauen trotzdem.
Nowhere to hide. No, my sword. I'm going in. Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
Okay. Er sagt, es tut mir leider noch nichts. Ich bin die Stella.
Let's light it up.
Aber... Ich weiß ja nicht, wo da kommentieren soll. So. Ich schlag so, ich schlag so, ich drück E, ich drück Q. Ich wechsle Charakter. Aber mit Commentaring bin ich nicht wirklich kreativ. Das stimmt ja. Alles klar. Ups.
Off we go.
Noch ein kleiner Vertiert drin ist.
Present.
Okay. 5 Traveler Tales gab es ja auch noch. Theater kann Stella noch nicht mit ihren Charakteren machen. Und Spiral Abyss wird sowieso anders anstrengend.
Want a taste of my hammer?
Speed of light. Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Ring cutter. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Hey.
A hunter. A hunter becomes
Incoming.
Ich finde irgendwie, sie kann besser kommentieren als ich, muss ich sagen. Weiß nicht warum, aber sie kann es einfach besser.
With sword comes shadow. Incoming. Let's light
Ich
it up.
glaube einfach, sie kommentiert einfach immer das, was sie gerade sieht oder macht oder denkt. Und meistenteils besteht mein Gedanke einfach gerade, wenn ich sowas mache, aus, okay, Charakter wechseln,
Don't blink.
E drücken, okay, muss auf HP-Leiste achten. So sieht ungefähr mein Kommentator-Gedankengang aus.
Let's light it up.
Ach, da oben, pfui Teufel.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you. Speed of light. Animal test 6308. Hey! Cut to the chase.
Ich weiß nicht mal, was das für Musik ist. Ich habe einfach jetzt Musik von Wuthering Waves gesucht, so OSTs. Es klingt entspannt auf jeden Fall. Weil Stella und ich haben 2 sehr verschiedene Musikgeschmäcker.
Stand clear. Hey! With sword comes shadow.
Weil sie ist zierlich und unschuldig und ich bin ich.
Absorption.
Boom.
Don't break my glasses. Stand clear. Let's light it up.
Bin ich irgendwie blind? Ach, da vorne! Ach, meine Güte. Hat der Rabauke sich doch versteckt? Ah, kochen müssen wir noch. Ah.
Nowhere to hide. Everybody stand back. Witness the power. Incoming. Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Don't blink. Hey! Swirl. Mark 2. With
Vielleicht
sword
doch gerade mal
comes
mit den Gegnern langsam.
Rain outlines your speed of light.
Nervig, wenn man nicht seine eigenen Characters nutzen kann.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is. Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Natürlich könnte ich Genshin zweimal öffnen. Einmal mit meinem Account, einmal mit ihrem Account, aber da fehlt so ein bisschen der Spaß beim Charakter bilden. Wenn ich einfach mein Team nehme und damit alles mache. Okay, muss mal kurz was überprüfen. Muss ich kurz pausieren? Muss mal kurz was überprüfen. Muss ich kurz pausieren? Okay, doch, passt eigentlich. Okidoki. Weiter geht's mit der Musik. Und weiter geht's mit den Spielen.
Speed of light. Animal test 63.
Let me weave you a verb.
Stand clear. Nowhere to hide. Need to make
Aua!
adjustments.
Der hat mich gezwickt und geschubst. Was soll denn der Mist? Haha, ich werd geheilt. Badge.
Cut to the chase. Animal test 6308.
Peaks. Kondensreisen haben wir noch. Drei von denen. Okay. Warte, was hat Stella jetzt auch gesagt? Ich rede okay. Ich weiß nicht, was ich sage. Meine Gedankengänge sind mysteriös und komplex. Okay, überlegen. Stimmt.
Ab nach Mondstadt.
Ich glaube. Boah. Ich mache einfach mal 5 Stück. Zuckerglas kann man ja immer noch nachholen. Oh, die Lilane brauchen wir. Okay. Ja, auf manchen Ebenen teilen die Stellen durch uns eine Gehirnzelle. Macht aber auch Spaß so. Okay, jetzt dürfen wir Bücher farmen. Flint und Leland. Wir ziehen erstmal kurz hier. Stella ist mehr so die Die Art Person, die Elektro mag. Aber sie ist eine Frau. Ah. Können wir einfach die Frau selbst fragen? Mal gucken, ob sie antwortet. In der Zwischenzeit kann ich erstmal ein bisschen weitermachen. Ach stimmt, sie hat ja noch die ganze Schreine noch. Oh Gott. Okay, sie schreibt.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Rivendell.
Okay. Stella hat gewählt. Jelan. Ja, wollen wir mal. Okay, Springless. Suchen wir noch einen Charakter, vielleicht Aino. Also ich würde Aino sehr appreciaten. Oh, keine Aino. Schade, schade, Schokolade. Okay, Shop. Oh, jetzt 8 einzelne Puls. Okay, warum warte ich bei einem 4 Sterne, bei 3 Sterne Pull? Ist der übelst komisch von mir. Kommt schon, so eine kleine Aino wird ja wohl drin sein. Ja, genau so. Komm. Schlawiner, du bist zu groß. Und der Grund, warum ich gerade pulle, ist eigentlich ganz einfach erklärt, damit ich aus dem Store noch nebenbei noch ein paar Sachen holen kann. Damit ich nicht unbedingt Resin für Bosse ausgeben muss. Wie zum Beispiel für das Zucker und so. Aber... So, du bist genau bis 62 Jahre alt. Wer kennt's? Aber man kann ja erstmal ein bisschen durch die Weltgeschichte fahren, laufen. Oder wie Stella sagen würde, sie würde mit dem Wohnmobil, mit dem USB-Stick über dem Wohnmobil fahren. Oder was mit dem Rucksack? Ach, mit irgendwas fährt sie über ein Wohnmobil. Was eigentlich nicht zum Fahren gedacht ist. Ich sehe gerade bildlich vor mir, wie sie gerade ihren Mittelfinger den Bildschirm ihren Mittelfinger zeigt. Und das war es auf jeden Fall wert. mit sich über Stellas Versprecher lustig zu machen, kann man nicht viel falsch machen. Weil die auch manchmal sehr lustig sind. Aber ich sag's mal so, ich mache das selber auch. Also wenn Stella sich über meine Sprachbehinderung lustig machen will, aka ich Versprecher, soll sie es ruhig machen.
Stand clear. Witness the power of Gu. Don't blink. Speed of light. Hey. Absorption test. Everybody stand back.
Ne Whopperflower. Whoop whoop.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Don't blink. With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Hey. Rain outlines your. Let's light it up. Yeah, incoming.
Ich pick dich so lange, bis du down bist. Die Schlawiner rennt einfach weg.
Was soll denn das? Die geht echt auf keine Kuhhaut.
Na kommt.
Stand clear. Absorption test. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Let's light it up. Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter. Animo test 6308. Speed of light.
Du lebst ja immer noch.
Incoming. Stand clear. Teamwork is true. Hey. Absorption test. With sword comes shadow. Animo test 6308. Don't blink.
Wir kämpfen kein Holz abbauen. Sind wir hier in Minecraft?
No, my sword. Incoming. Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
Auf was war da jetzt das Fragezeichen bezogen? Ach so, auf das Pokémon-Ding. Müsste ich Stella fragen, ob sie mir ihr Safe-Game schicken könnte. Aber wiederum wäre es wieder kacke, weil ich ihr nicht die Experience rauben will vom Spiel. Also mit Pokémon oder irgendwas anderes muss ich mir noch überlegen, wie man es macht am besten. Weil wenn ich jetzt einfach... ja, das habe ich jetzt auch verstanden, weil ich denn die Nachricht erst hervorgelesen hatte. Wie gesagt, wie es mit Pokémon aussieht, kann ich dir nicht sagen. Tut mir leid. Weil wie gesagt, ich möchte Stella nicht die Experience nehmen vom Spiel. Wenn ich entweder ich selbst fange komplett von Null an, was vielleicht auch eine andere Route mit sich bringt, die ich gehen würde, mit Pokémon fangen und so weiter. Aber würde ich halt weiterspielen, da wo Stella gespielt hat, würde es halt ihr die Experience-Raum von dem Teil, den ich gespielt hatte, denn. Wie gesagt, ich muss mal gucken, wie ich es am besten mache. So, wollen wir mal. Ja, wir kriegen dich nicht ganz auf Level 80.
Schade, schade, Schokolade.
Talent lassen auch zu wünschen übrig an sich. Die Talente gingen nicht recht klar. Oh, ah. Ja, kein Wunder. Hm. Hm. Wofür muss ich sie erstmal anstatt Sucrose reinnehmen? Man sieht aber auch direkt, wen Stella am meisten genutzt hatte. Oder halt mehr Liebe als die anderen gegeben hat. Es wäre immer Kitching, Diona und Jan Fei.
I charge a higher rate to meet.
Sucrose. Ach stimmt, du hast ja gerade eine Constellation bekommen. Hast sie einfach vor ein nur gedrängelt. Du Schlawener. Drängelst dich einfach für. Das geht doch nicht. Character bilden wird halt wie gesagt gerade schwer. Mal gucken, ob man Quests machen kann, auf die Stella keinen Bock hat. Halt, die Quests, die keine Archon-Quests sind. Und dieses verdammte Kabel. Ich darf nicht so viel mit dem Tisch wackeln. Aha, da ist Thoma.
If the Tenryo Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
Also mal kurz Musik aus für die Dialoge.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
Ein Genshin Impact? Oh, verdammt, ich habe vergessen, das Spiel auf Deutsch vielleicht umzustellen.
Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Sounds like you're having some trouble.
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do. We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder.
I hear that storm represents the Shogun's will.
Yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us?
That would be a little childish.
Oh yeah, you're right. If she really wanted to get revenge on us, she could just strike us with lightning right here.
Warum lächelt sie, wenn sie sagt, dass der Shogun sie mit einem Blitz erschlagen könnte? Oder uns?
Which would also be pretty scary.
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the Almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Considering Liu as god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
That seems like a valid concern.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryou Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryou Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh? Why is that?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma. Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now?
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to
Ich
stop
fange
my
mich langsam
father.
an zu erinnern, was für eine Quest
And
das
now,
ist.
as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
Yes, you're right. Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Mustn't cause any more issues for him. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation now.
Der Katsukasa Clan. Das ist so ein richtiger Zungenbrecher.
Suppose. Well, okay, no problem. A speedy resolution to the Tenryou Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
I'll come with you, Master.
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
Sollen wir mal kurz die Sprache
If you
umstellen?
think about it,
Doch
both the
nicht.
thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryou Commission have been caused by the Shogun's decision to take some time off, right? If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
Maybe we could invite her out for a while?
Huh? You can actually do that?
Ja, mit ein bisschen Simsalabim und Hokuspokus ist sie draußen.
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will depend on what mood she's in.
Sounds like you guys know what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then? You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, But if people got to see her in person, it would put their fears to rest.
Ich werde mal sehen, was ich machen kann.
Thank you very much. I owe you one, again.
Ja? Nächstes Mal lässt du mir 2 Stunden den Hund streicheln.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's isolating, right?
Ja,
Let's
hey.
take a trip to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
So, erstmal kurz die Sprache anpassen. Language. Dürfte ich Deutsch gespeichert haben. Ja, sehr schön. Ja, hey Miko. Ja, wo ist sie denn? Ach, da.
Narukami, please.
Na du.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me?
Es gibt etwas, das ich gerne mit dir besprechen würde.
How cold. I saved your skin, didn't I? Surely you could at least humor me by engaging in some small talk first?
Nee.
Then again, I suppose your frankness is part of your charm. So tell me, what is the matter?
Ich will Inazuma haben.
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
Sie ist auch verpflichtet, Entscheidungen über die Angelegenheiten der Tenrio-Verwaltung zu treffen.
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
What?
Großwendung des Temperaments? Wie konnte das passieren?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike. The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her. Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. Oh, I could hardly bear to see her that way.
You expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
Könnte gut sein.
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you. A seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
You're saying she's fine, right?
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention, so there is no reason to disturb her. I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat.
Umso mehr ein Grund, sie zu besuchen.
I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see?
Ach, machen wir es für A.
I like that answer. Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at the gate, and he will let you in.
Thanks, Miko!
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Nö, ich behalt's.
The almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko!
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves. Guji Yai is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone. Wait, this is... authentic!
Man kann ihn nicht fälschen, oder?
Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful, and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Immer.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
Hey. Puppe.
How did you get in? Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! Why are you treating us like we're your enemies? We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means!
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
Was ist mit
That is
dir?
of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
War sie wohl auch
This
so?
body has no need of rest, but I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of Euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this.
Alle machen sich Sorgen um den Schuh.
I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
What do you mean by that?
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Ist sie kaputt?
It's you two. It's been a while. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
Ey, nicht Puppe.
That was terrifying. Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting.
Ach, darum sagt sie immer verboten.
As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity, and thinking takes time. But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
No.
Ernsthaft,
She
Paimon.
was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity.
genauso hart wie sich selbst.
That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled!
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh? Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
Was für eine gelassene Aussage.
Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things. Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
It's fine, just as long as you can fix it is all.
Und bist... Sekunde. Und bist du mit deinem Denken über die Ewigkeit schon weitergekommen?
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
Wie wäre es mit einem Spaziergang?
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and gives you some fresh inspiration.
You mean, leave the plane of Euthymia?
Du warst lange nicht mehr draußen, oder?
It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since you're inviting me, a change of pace might well be nice. All right then, I'll come out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go, go, go!
There's a familiarity to the scent in the air and the firmness beneath my feet. Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town!
Okay. Dann lass uns mal dahin gehen. Normalerweise teleportiere ich mich einfach straight up hin, aber daher, dass es Dialoge hier gibt und wenn man teleportiert, die Dialoge einfach verschwinden, werde ich das nicht machen.
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it. The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
It's the Shogun! What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is...
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Macht der Shogun nicht normalerweise hier seine Runden?
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either?
Ach, da gibt es den anderen Archon, der kein Geld bei hat.
People seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this doll selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
What's the Shogun doing here? What am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm so... Shogun, excuse me.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one out.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
Huh. Why do I feel like she's different than I expected? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like... porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial. Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination, even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly. I'm not saying the Almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
No, Almighty Shogun, that's too much.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on Dango milk.
So, da bin ich wieder. Mhm. Sie haben sich über Dango-Milch unterhalten. Dango-Milch, genau. Obwohl, doch, ist irgendwie richtig. Egal. Du magst also Süßes?
Of course. I've heard that most humans like desserts,
Sekunde.
so it's not unusual that I should enjoy them too. Miko agrees with me on this. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure! Let's go and have a look!
Mal kurz was nachschauen. Das ist die Quest. Stella hatte sie angenommen, aber nie gemacht. Check ich nicht. Oder einfach nur, ist einfach nur eine Nebenquest.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Eye Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Eye Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Was man noch machen könnte. Die ersten 2 Stunden könnte ich Genshin spielen. Und die nächsten 2 Stunden könnte ich Pokémon spielen. Wenn's recht ist.
Well, okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are
So
some
würde ich
winning
zumindest
entries from
machen.
the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished compiling them into a saleable form. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay. Let's go then. Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a Hilichurl is that I only need to eat Sunsetias to become stronger. It's so long. Is it true that Hilichurls grow stronger from eating Sunsetias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device.
Wie es der Autor will.
So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that Hilichurls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting Hilichurl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
Das ist etwas, das nicht in der Ewigkeit zu finden ist.
How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
Wo ist es? Wo ist es? Wo ist es? Ach, da hinten ist es. Sekunde.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
habe es gerade ein bisschen zu weit weggepackt. Lies einen Kampf aus Liyue. Lies einen Liebesroman, lies einen Abenteuerroman. Wenn ich A wäre, an was wäre ich interessiert? Entweder das hier oder das hier. Ach, konfrontieren Sie wie einfach hier mal. Konfrontieren. Ach, man kann ich nicht sprechen. Konfrontieren wir sie einfach mal mit was Neuem. Der Titel, der Titel des Buches lautet Das chaotische Drama oder die Geschichte meiner jugendlichen Liebe. In diesem Buch geht es um die Liebesgeschichte zwischen zwei mittelmäßigen Helden und 7 schönen Mädchen. Das Werk schildert den Alltag dieses Protagonisten in chronologischer Abfolge, mit etlichen kleinen Momenten, die dich zum Schmunzeln bringen. Der Schreibstil des Autors ist solide, die Formulierungen fließen gut und der Charme der einzelnen Figuren wird perfekt dargestellt. Allerdings bricht die Geschichte in einem entscheidenden Moment ab, als die Jugendfreundin des Protagonisten im Begriff ist, seine Liebe zu erklären.
The suspense is killing Paimon! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood.
Ich hoffe, der Autor wird ihr Glück schenken.
Right! Yeah, it's just a novel. But please let the author have a heart, please!
Also ich mag Mangas zu lesen. Wenn die Story interessant ist, dann lese ich sie umso gerne.
The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance?
Ich sag's mal so, ich habe Mangas gelesen, die wurden erst vor wisst ihr, zum Beispiel Aya only communicates in Russian. Bevor das zum Anime wurde, hatte ich den Manga schon fast 1,5 Jahre oder 2 Jahre vorher gelesen. Also ich habe meine Wahl getroffen, aber schauen wir mal nach, was die anderen so im Petto haben. Der Titel des Buches lautet: Das Leben hat mich zum Kämpfer gemacht, obwohl ich nur Schriftsteller sein wollte. Das Buch ist ein Kampfkunstroman, der in Liyue spielt und sich auf die offenen und dunklen Rivalitäten zwischen den Banden konzentriert. Der Protagonist hat den Ehrgeiz, ein gewöhnlicher Autor von kurzen Erzählungen zu werden, der gegen niemanden kämpfen möchte, wird aber wegen seines einzigartigen Kampfsporttalents in eine Rivalität hineingezogen. Das Verkaufsargument der Geschichte ist, dass der Protagonist nie einer Seite beitritt, aber immer für einen geheimen Meister einer Seite gehalten wird. Die verschiedenen Kämpfer, die den Protagonisten als imaginären Feind sehen, bringen immer wieder als Durcheinander, während der Protagonist mittendrin ist, aber seine ursprünglichen Absichten, Romanautor zu werden, aus den Augen verliert.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly? Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world.
Der Wille der Hauptfigur ist sehr wertvoll.
You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
Der Titel des Buches lautet Wiedergeboren als Shogun Raiden mit unbegrenzter Macht. In diesem Buch geht es um den Protagonisten, der unter einer Donner Sakura vom Blitz getroffen wird und sich tatsächlich in Shogun Raiden verwandelt, als er seine Augen öffnet. Der ursprüngliche Protagonist wurde immer schikaniert und konnte nichts richtig machen. Aber nachdem er Shogun Raiden wurde, hatte er unbegrenzte Kraft und Macht. Die Pointe der Geschichte ist wahrscheinlich diese Gefühle der Erhabenheit und das allmähliche Wachstum und die Transformation des minderwertigen Inneres selbst. Aber nachdem er schon Shogun Raiden geworden ist, wird sich der Rest der Geschichte entfalten.
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around.
Tatsächlich finde ich immer noch die erste Geschichte am besten.
Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble.
Aber es verdirbt nicht den Ruf des Shoguns. Ich halte es für erfrischend. Okay.
Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, Paimon would feel really uncomfortable. That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Geschichte von alltäglicher Liebe teilen.
Why are there 7 people all striving to have a relationship with a single male protagonist? Is this some sort of narrative device, too?
Not really. It's a pretty normal story. You know, where the guy can only choose one girl in the end.
I see. Yes, this is an important relationship, so he must choose wisely, but the decision-making process is a source of agony and conflict. So, could the author not simply add a narrative device whereby the main character could accept the feelings of all 7 admirers at once? Yes, that would solve it.
That would be the most boring love story ever!
Love. Narrative devices are truly mysterious things.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
Menschen suchen von Natur aus nach Veränderung.
I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me.
Ich bin nur auf eine gute Zeit aus.
This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Also ein Erinnerungsbild?
Ooh, great idea! Ace had a wonderful time, and a photo is the best way to remember it.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
So, what are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose. Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time, so it makes a great souvenir.
Okay, so what exactly is striking a pose?
Damit wird deine Pose verewigt.
Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right? The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top.
Sei lässig.
Casual. Okay, let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle to record this moment from.
Ach, stimmt ja. Stella hat gar kein Dings ausgerüstet, keine Kamera. Ups. So. Achso. Mhm. So.
It's a wrap! Take a look! Here's the photo we took of you.
Wow. This is astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me.
Und sie wird zu sehr. Oh. Es ist irgendwie weird zu sehen, wie wir andere Sachen. Ja, kein Problem. Ich mag's gerne.
She doesn't seem to be able to move.
Aber ich checke, was du meinst. Es ist nicht das echte Du.
I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid, but it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
Ach, jetzt darf ich das Chatfenster rausholen. Verstehe. Hm?
That's what makes it so special.
Das ist die Stärke des Apparats.
Hang on. I'm still still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again. So, the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me?
Bist du aber in dem Moment.
If it's not me, then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, Traveler. Hey, that's right! Do you think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that.
Deine Existenz ist also nicht singulär.
My existence? I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in.
Theoretisch kann man in Erinnerungen, Erzählungen, Bildern, Videos, Musik und so weiter existieren.
The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
Okay.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence.
Ja, macht jeder.
Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging?
Die Natur des Menschen lässt sich nicht so einfach ändern.
Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember.
Un momento, por favor. So.
But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma.
Mach erstmal wieder die Musik an. OBS, ich brauche dich mal kurz. Okay. Richtig. 100 Punkte für A.
God were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened. Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guides.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be the matter?
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
machen wir das hier.
Hey, Ethan! What's the matter?
It's you. Huh? The almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Suchst du den zweiten jungen Meister des Hauses?
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryo Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, Almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power of the Tenryo Commission is in decline. Plus you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest, but I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. He really hasn't returned yet.
Es ist noch nicht vorbei, oder?
Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that.
Wir schauen es uns für dich an.
No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations. I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
Sehr verantwortungsbewusst.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Dialoge? Fragezeichen? Okay, keine Dialoge. Nimm mal was zum Grappeln.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains.
Möglicherweise Krisenschutz?
I feel something that doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
Mm.
Let's get down to business.
To the chase.
Finally,
Why are there roaming here? This is a Tenryou Commission base.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
With sword comes shadow.
the fairy.
Shine down!
Boom, boom! Going in! Incoming!
No more!
To the chase!
There is no escape!
Aber nicht, dass ich gerade die Musik zu laut habe.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Fairy.
Invisible evidence! No, my sword!
Shine down!
Hey! With sword comes shadow. Witness the power of the wild.
There is no escape!
The fairy.
Die gibt's ja auch noch. Euch gibt's ja auch noch.
To the chase.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Time to act.
There's more.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
How's this?
There is no escape!
The fairy.
Rain outlines your fate.
See no more.
Incinerate! Teamwork is teamwork!
Torn to oblivion!
More.
Incoming!
Okay.
Rain cutter!
Illusion shattered!
Don't blink! Nowhere to hide.
The fairy.
Let me try my blade.
No, my soul! Motion to compel! Breath of the... Let's light it up! Going in!
There Away! Now you shall perish!
Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
Fall before me!
Got lucky that time.
Before me!
Shine down!
Cut down! Like this.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ich mach andere Musik an für mich selbst. Was heißt für mich selbst eigentlich? Ist immer noch trotzdem viel Musik für den Stream. Aber ich brauche irgendwas zum Viben.
It's Kujo Kamaji. But who's he with?
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryou Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced... You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Sorry, a duel with the almighty Shogun?
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition? Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well,
never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner. Does
Was
not a
ein schöner
single
Boden.
person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, Almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong, but that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform. Just as the Shogun said, a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless. But I accept. Come forward. The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, Almighty Shogun.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, Following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood. Thank you, almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Also ich dachte mal so, bei so Cutscenes, ich versuche so schnell wie möglich die Kamera auszumachen, damit man sie einfach in vollem Genuss voll zu genießen kann. Ich mag es einfach nicht, wenn man bei Cutscenes zwischenredet. Man muss zuhören, die Voicelines anhören und so weiter. Und das macht es erst interessant und so weiter.
When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought.
Lass mal weiter Musik. Glück gehabt.
I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryou Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead.
Und wirst du ihn also mal direkt verwalten?
I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryou Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear in no time. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
Mit ein paar neuen Sachen.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay, I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you—
Okay, see you next time! Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the end. The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yaimiko.
Not bad.
Okay.
Miko, we're back! We had
Did you know? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it. How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself.
Ihr scheint es zu genießen, euch gegenseitig zu triezen.
It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take? That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves.
Weißt du, was der Mensch?
Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Okay, ich bin sofort wieder da und dann machen wir erstmal kurz weiter mit der nächsten A-Quest.
Protection of the Electro Archon. See that he stays. May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally. Protection of the Electro Archon. See that he stays safe. May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Also, nochmal Zusammenfassung. Wir haben Ryan Shogun, Ryan A. haben sie rausgebracht, um Inazuma von heute zu sehen. Zungenbrecher Clan und der Kuju Clan hatten Beef, wer der nächste Oberhaupt der Tenryo Verwaltung werden soll. Und Ryan A. ist dazwischen gegangen, hat bla 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 gesagt, so, ey, benimmt euch mal und so weiter.
Was there something else you wanted to talk about? I have no doubt that she immensely enjoyed that drink. I'm sure she was as happy as can be. What she really wanted to say was this. How soon do you think you could open a branch in the plain of Euthymia? Was there something else you wanted to talk about? The puppet, yes. I've also heard that changing a puppet's operating rules is extremely difficult. It's most likely the first time in history anyone has faced this issue. You can imagine how hard it must be, given that it has successfully flummoxed the wise and powerful A. This is one problem that even the Muso no Hitotachi will not be able to solve. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Don't you think it's a fun idea? Someone being reborn as the Raiden Shogun? That's all that light novels are supposed to be. A bit of fun. For her, though... Yes, probably a little too avant-garde. Ooh, maybe I should commission a sequel. Reborn as Guji Ai. What do you think? Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
Okay, weiter geht's. Deep like a shower. When I think of you, like a monster, darling, if you broke.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after
Warum
careful
fahre ich die ganze Zeit
consideration,
immer Ad Astra
believe
Apple
that-
Sauce?
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Natürlich, dafür sind wir da.
Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred Sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Towns? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already?
Ein wenig.
Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Ach, vor diesen paar Ködern muss keine Angst haben.
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Dann wollen wir mal. I could be seven, eat it, no reason. When I'm in a lipstick, statistic, I'm dead. Buried like 10 feet, don't get me. If you're unusual, I'm dead. Ey, unfair. Es kommt noch mehr.
I can no longer. Everybody stand back. Incoming. Hey, nowhere to hide. Let's light it up. Boom boom. Time for your arraignment. Speed of light.
Okay, Weltstufe 8 ist immer noch so richtig geil, muss ich sagen.
Rain outlines your. Incoming. Cut to the chase.
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryo Commission needed help. Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
I am outplayed. Speed of light. I have
Aua.
done everything I know. Torn to oblivion.
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryo Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
Wie bist du denn hergekommen?
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Hmm? Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
Vor 500 Jahren. Kanria also.
So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Los geht's!
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace Company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Kanria. This
Okay, dann wollen wir mal.
Similar to the color when the sacred sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Achso, ja. Abende folgen. Liegt einsammeln, verstehe. Oh verdammt, ich muss mich erstmal heilen. Start oder 7. Bin ich blind? Bin ich blöd? Ja, ich bin blöd und blind. Ja, ich weiß. Aber bin ich blind und blöd? Ich muss noch Stellas Bildstufen mal kurz runterstellen, weil das ist einfach zu hoch für ihren Account. Ich meine, ich kann ja mal kurz meine Charakter zeigen. Zum Beispiel Lauma. In der richtigen Teamkombination hat sie 1200 EM. Bei Inefa, ich glaube, sie hat ca. 600 bis 800. Also aktuell besteht mein Team aus Tainari, Furina. Die Defense ist ein bisschen so, muss ich sagen. Entweder mehr Defense könnte man wegnehmen und mehr Attack, nicht Attack, HP machen. Wie gesagt, Tainari, Furina, Inefa und Lauma ist mein Team aktuell. Bei Stiklali hatte ich arg viel Glück, weil ich passende Artefakte rumzuliegen habe. Die Blume ist das einzige, was auf Peace ist. Aber ich habe ihre EM bei fast 1000, also 986. Und ich habe ihre Signature Weapon. Ich glaube, ist auch die einzige. Okay, ich habe die von Hutau, aber die ist aktuell bei alle Kilo drin. Aber genug von meinem Account. Weiter geht's mit der Quest. So, wo müssen wir hin? Stimmt ja. Oh.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this?
Ist jemand
A
verletzt?
baby. Dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
Was ist denn passiert?
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left! The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back! Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Warte mal, kurz mal nachschauen. Ob es meiner Lautstärke und Musiklautstärke und Stimmlautstärke von Genshin passt.
Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in...
Okay, ich bisschen leise, aber die Musik ist nicht zu penetrant. Also man hört die leicht im Hintergrund, muss ich sagen. Alles klar. Aber ich könnte etwas lauter reden, muss ich sagen, weil ich finde mich selber etwas leise. Machen wir so. Und, okay, das Spiel ist fast auf volle Pulle.
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
Verschwindet er?
He's gone.
Er ist weg.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land.
Ja, macht Sinn.
The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
Was gleich so mit den kleinen Mink passiert?
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Ist der Verlust, den Yamiko erwähnt hat? Ist das der Verlust, den Yamiko erwähnt hat?
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
Du steckst also nicht mehr in der Vergangenheit fest?
When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
Das ist es. Ja, das ist es, worum es beim Menschsein geht.
As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura. Leave them to me. Inazuma shines eternal.
Don't blink. Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Ich möchte nur sagen, bei solchen Dialogen möchte ich nicht unbedingt dazwischen reden. Man hört zu, genießt es. Vor allem bei so Nebenquests und so weiter sage ich, okay, man hört zu, man genießt es. Man kann die Emotionen selber interpretieren. Bei Archon-Quests mache ich es anders. Da werde ich dann genauer darauf eingehen. Keine Ahnung, wie Stella das macht. Genau, bei Archon-Quests. Bei verschiedenen Dingern. Aber wie gesagt, ich bei solchen Nebenquests, ich lasse euch es genießen, ich spiele, ich genieße es auch und gut ist. Geht es dir gut?
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go, no?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense.
Alles klar.
Spoken like a
Ich wünsche dir noch eine gute Nacht, Marvin. Und ich werde auf jeden Fall machen.
this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Ist das genauso wie vorher? Es ist ein alter Gojo!
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
Tun wir einfach, was er sagt.
Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then?
Wie kommt es, dass du nicht in Panik
People
gerätst?
flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories, I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
Das entspricht überhaupt nicht der Definition von Ewigkeit.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. Ah, what a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now, but to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself.
Wir wissen, wo das Tigerschirr zu finden ist.
I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having
Okay,
a
one
cup of
more.
tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but
Natürlich, das Teeset ist da hinten.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Okay.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah!
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, Fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Hat der Teemeister tatsächlich.
It's the traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance?
I wish to borrow...
Oh!
Be at ease.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot.
Right.
I seldom have, so he may well have the philosophy of life that he shared with us just now. That was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
Damit ist doch das Begehren gemeint, oder?
They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Ja, dann wollen wir mal zurück, ne?
looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Ich würde das ihm zutrauen.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Ach, Kopf hoch, Paimon.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
All die Erinnerungen werden wieder wach, was?
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening,
Makoto hatte also bereits...
Yes. It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
Der heilige Sakura-Baum... Der heilige Sakura war doch schon immer da, oder?
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Einfach ausgedrückt, Makotos Kraft hat den Baum irgendwie zum Vorschein gebracht.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Es scheint, als hättest du schon viel drüber nachgedacht.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person,
Hast du meinen Bruder schon mal gesehen?
Brother? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Kanria disaster?
based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
I think this is pushing it.
Okay, dann wollen wir mal. Ey, die hier Kreis drehen geradeaus. Was soll denn der Mist? Okay, da geht's gleich. Abschied von der Vergangenheit, folge den Spuren weiter.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright?
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best. Illusion shattered! Ha! 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 Shine down! is no escape.
Ey. Mach nicht diesen.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apology.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monster. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So voller Hoffnung.
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Boom! Let's light it up! Everybody step! Speed of light! Nowhere to hide. Don't blink! Inadmissible oven! Incoming! Hey! With sword comes shadow. Rain outlines your motion to compel. Adventure time. Ha! Off we go. Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Wir haben kein Recht, die Realität zu stören, die sie erleben.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, We will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Oh. Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
War das ein Versprechen an sie?
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done.
Die Menschen sind deines Vertrauens würdig.
Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryou and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work,
Was war diese
such as
Fliege?
investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up! What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
Wir sollten dich zurück in die Stadt bringen.
No need. She is calling me. The time has come. Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in...
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Dann wollen wir mal.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Where are we go? Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place. Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Ich glaube, du hast das schon mal erwähnt.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme! Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day!
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
Ist niemand, der sich einen Fluchtweg offen lässt.
But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity.
Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity.
Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome.
You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A.
In the end, even the proud and mighty...
Ey, chill mal kurz eine Sekunde, okay? Ich brauch mal kurz was zum Rauchen. Was für ein Bild hat sie eigentlich? 811 C3. Okay. Ihre Signature. Hm. 300% Ehe. Verstehe. Nicht EM, 300 ER. Schauen wir mal.
Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Shine down! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! The eye sweeps the lands! There is no escape! Weak. Pathetic. Shine down! This ends now.
Insolent.
Weak. There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Lightning falls on the land of eternity! Shine down! The Kitsune Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless... erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Now you shall perish! Pathetic. Your verdict is decided. Absurd! This world, a fleeting shadow. Torn to oblivion! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Inferior. There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Be gone! This illusion shattered! Inferior. Strike dead! I shall not fall here!
No. We had this there.
No escape! The eye sweeps the lands! Torn to oblivion!
Speed of light!
Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will...
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her. 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
Aber kannst du es ertragen, die Menschheit sich selbst überlassen?
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Oh. User disconnected from the channel.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there for... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still...
Er hat keinen physischen Körper mehr und ist auf den Shogun angewiesen.
Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might never leave again.
Wir werden sie doch nicht verlassen. Noch nicht verlassen.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't fail Paimon now. Okay. Maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
Wir müssen mit Miko sprechen.
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Paimon, komm auf den Punkt.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She...
Du erzählst dir, Miko, alles, was passiert ist.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
Sie stürzt sich hinein, ohne nachzudenken.
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure!
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
Ich habe keine Unterschiede bemerkt.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Okay, dann wollen wir wieder runter.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Hast du dir so gedacht?
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine. Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say.
Was ist denn?
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Ja, sicher doch.
Well then, the door is open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
Wir werden nicht scheitern.
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
All den Jahren? Was?
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to stand back, traveler.
Wirst du dem Ganzen ein Ende setzen?
I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, it was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Das Muso Ishin leuchtet.
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
Sorry.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
Ja, es war schön. Sehr schön sogar. Nachdem du. Okay.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
Es sah wunderbare Dinge an diesem Ort. Die Zeit bewegte sich vorwärts und rückwärts zur gleichen Zeit.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
Natürlich.
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
Vielleicht ist das, was der Shogun meinte mit eine Unausweichlichkeit des Schicksals.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside, so it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
Hey, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
Aber ey, du hast auch einen entscheidenden Beitrag geleistet.
I just planted a seed.
Dein und ihr Wille waren beide unverzichtbar.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Der letzte Akt könnte ein einfacher sein. Aber um dieses Ziel zu erreichen, mussten unzählige Anstrengungen unternommen werden. Nur weil Ursache und Wirkung vertauscht wurden, heißt es nicht, dass du die Rolle, die du gespielt hast, unterbewertet solltest.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
Aber aus diesen Herausforderungen werden neue Chancen erwachsen.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, meine lieben Kinder, das war's für den heutigen Stream. Der ging tatsächlich fast eine Stunde länger als gedacht, aber ich hoffe trotzdem, ihr hattet Gefallen daran, obwohl ich gegen Ende nicht mehr viel gesagt habe. Ich werde den nächsten Stream etwas mehr sprechenden gestalten. Also freut euch drauf. Morgen, ich weiß noch nicht ganz genau, wann ich streamen werde. Wahrscheinlich so 15, 16 Uhr vielleicht. Nee, obwohl, da werde ich noch schlafen. Sagen wir mal 20, 21 Uhr. Auf jeden Fall, ich hoffe, euch hat das Stream gefallen. Es tut mir leid, dass Stella nicht da war. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal.